Om. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. As a part of the observances of MAHA SHIVARATRI, yesterday we were discussing about the worship. The two aspects of worship, Bahir Puja and Manasa Puja. In Manasa Puja we saw how we enter the Chidakasha and experience the direct presence of God, get the vision of God, where God can manifest. The Mahakasha, the Chitta Akasha and Chidakasha differentiation we saw. And how in an image, anthropomorphic, that is like human, we give a shape to God, symbolized, and those visions God has given to the sages, which they relish all the time and have given to us. God Himself arranges for His devotees how to come to Him, and He gives such visions for the one who has evolved to that state, ready to receive that grace. Like Arjuna, Krishna says, I will give you Divya Chakshu by which you can see me. So what exactly he saw, we do not know. When Swamiji said, when Thakur said to Swamiji Vivekananda, look here, what are you thinking? The one who was Rama, one who was Krishna is there in this very body as Ramakrishna. When he said, what vision Vivekananda would have got that transformed his life, transformed his understanding. A person who has realized the highest, the Nirvikalpa, and he too get that still higher realization that God comes in the human form, time and again. So when the God makes arrangement for all jivas by which they go to Him. So this is the form that we worship, whether of Durga or Shiva. They have deeper concepts, deeper symbolizations, which we explain in the terms of symbolization, but it is God's arrangement. He has revealed Himself in that form. It has some meaning. It carries the state of realization. It breaks the vidyate hridaya grantihi, chidyante sarva samshayaha, kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishti paravare. So having seen God, the hridaya granthi breaks off. The karmas get ended, vasanas get destroyed, and he becomes enlightened. So to give that enlightenment, God reveals Himself in various forms, and it is that form that we worship. Sometime try to contemplate into deeper aspects of these devatas, especially the Shiva, Durga, Ganesha and all these. If we get time sometime, we will discuss those points also. But it is not possible for the Shivaratri day after. So the other aspect of this is where we see the Lord is Bailurmath, a small awareness, though Shiva is entirely dissolved in the Absolute, in his own self, in the Atmananda, Atmakrida, Atmaratihi. He has become and is enjoying his own self, the transcendental realm. He is there in the ocean of bliss. Ananda Sagara, Sachidananda Sagara is there. Still, a small awareness of his. He is watching the whole universe. Where is my necessity anytime, anywhere? Even the Hala, Samudra Mantana time, he was not waiting to see what is coming. He was in his own Ananda, Atmananda. But one small ray of awareness of the world was there that immediately draws it and runs there and takes that hala and drinks, lest the universe get destroyed. So that kind of, now this aspect of Shiva, which is turned towards the welfare of the world, is what we are going to worship as in the form, for God with form. There is God without form. Nirguna Nirakara, Saguna Sahakara. One we call Pratima, other we call Pratika. So Pratika worship, under the Pratika worship comes the Shivalinga. Under the Pratima worship comes the image. So in image we see, there is one beautiful song written by Swami Vinayakanandaji. In that he says, Parahita karanaya prana pracheda pritam. Parahita karanaya prana pracheda chittam. Prana pracheda pritam. So that love, how is Shiva's love? Parahita karanaya. He is ready to give his prana, life itself for the sake of others. That aspect becomes the pratima, murti, vigraha. What we worship in the form of vigraha is this aspect of Shiva. And one more, he salutes the chitta. Do you remember the same song? Naumi chittam shivastham. Not Shiva, but the mind, anybody's mind, Shiva is there. I bow down to that mind. Naumi chittam shivastham. Shivastham chittam namami. Suppose anybody in whose that Shiva is there, I bow down to it. Why? Hridi pranayati vishvam. The Hridi pranayati vishvam vyajamatram vibhuktvam. Hridi pranayati vishvam. In his heart, the whole universe is there in his heart. Just like wherever we go, suppose I have a child or one whom I love, I may go alone somewhere, but I am carrying that person in my mind whom I love. In the same way, God keeps the whole world. He is sitting in meditation, deep meditation. And where is the universe? It is in his heart. He is in the Sachidananda Sagara, but in his heart is that whole universe. So this aspect is one we call which is the basis of murti or vigraha or pratima, in which we invoke. That is, he is as if he is Bahirmukha and he is looking, a ray of his awareness is holding the whole universe. Himself entirely dissolved, but one ray of awareness is watching the whole universe. So this becomes the basis of murti worship. Another side we see in this way, same Swamiji's, tomorrow I will try to get that and sing. Another place in the same song he says, Swamiji Vivekananda, I forget. Yamijana Nishkalo dhyayamana Yamijana hridigamyo Nishkalo dhyayamana Yamijana, the people who are of self-control, Yamijana, Nishkalo dhyayamana is those who are Yamijana and they are dhyayamana. Dhyayamana refers to both Shiva and the person who is meditating upon. Dhyayamana, of the one who is meditating on him. Dhyayamana, Nishkalo, Dhyayamana, Nishkala, that is Sakala. This is Nishkala. Pratima is Sakala. This is Nirguna Nirakara is Nishkala. There is no Kala. When you sleep, your awareness is there in the whole world. The awareness is withdrawn. From gross, external world, it shrinks down to the internal awareness. Body, if you forget, then you enter into dream state. Subtly you withdraw. Dream disappears. You go to the causal body, Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, in sleep. Then leaving all awarenesses, knowledge, memory, identity in Karana Sharira, you slip back. You are alone, free from everything. That point is called bindu. You withdraw to the bindu ultimately every day. Then expand in the universal consciousness, and this expansion is called nada. The stages by which you go inside and come out is called kala, nada bindu kala. For Shiva especially this term is used, nada bindu kala atita. The whole universe and we individually and at the cosmic level, this constantly goes on, going in, coming out, sleeping, waking up, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya at the cosmic level, Nitya Pralaya every day in us. The last point, this kala, Nishkala. Everything is happening, but nothing is affecting. You see the space. It gives room for everything. It is not affected by anything. It exists in this space. Space is not affected. Nor it instigates anything, nor it gets contaminated by anything. It never asks fire to burn, instigate, it is not there. Water to wet, air to dry, no. It doesn't tell anything. It gives room. Fire cannot burn space. Space has given room. If space is not there, nothing exists. But it cannot. Water cannot wet space. Air cannot dry. Nainam chindanti shastrani. So that space is like this, means what would be the God? The Satchidananda Sagara. Universes appear and disappear without affecting it. So this aspect of Shiva is Nirguna Nirakara. It's represented. He is Antarmukha. Antarmukha and totally Antarmukha aspect of his existence, Bahirmukha aspect of his existence. He's as if there are many, two separate watertight compartments of his. One is a small ray is looking after the whole universe. This becomes Pratima. He is absorbed within. It becomes Pratika. When we turn inward and get absorbed within, Jnanendriyas are not there. Jnanendriyas are Bahirmukha. It is bringing the information of the world. Now, no information comes. I have turned inward. There is no world for me, no senses, no karmendriyas, no jnanendriyas. When I turn inward, there is no karmendriyas for me, no jnanendriyas. As if my head is cut off, the jnanendriyas are not there, all jnanendriyas are here. And karmendriyas are also not there. What remains is torso, only this much, trunk. This represents the Shivalinga. Shivalinga is Antarmukha. Antarmukha, where the Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas are not there. When Jnanendriyas or Karmendriyas are turned inward, you will not have a physical form of human form or any form. It becomes, but it exists. This existence is represented by Shivalinga. Shivalinga is where this is cut off. In Vigraha, if you cut off the head and limbs, it becomes a linga, Shivalinga. That means he is Antarmukha. Linga means sign, S-I-G-N, sign. It is indicator. The linga means it is indicating that God is there. I am alive. The body is indicating I am alive. The jiva is still there. Doctors come and check whether he is alive or not. Then give the clinically dead certificate. Because many people get up after death. The doctor has to be very clear. He is clinically dead. After 2 hours, suppose he comes back to life. So, this aspect, when we turn inward, this is called pratika. Shivalinga is pratika, indicative of God absorbed. This is a special feature of Shiva alone. You will not find any other devata sitting and getting absorbed within. This is a speciality of Shiva, Antarmukha, and always in deep meditation. After the creation is over, Vishnu comes and takes the charge. After that, till the dissolution, Shiva is free, no duty. He will sit Antarmukha, voluntary retirement. So, he enjoys the life like Vanaprasthis. So, turn inward and so without any external worry, he is absorbed in his own self. This is a special feature of Shiva. So, this when we worship this Antarmukha Shiva absorbed in his own this one through Shivalinga. Shivalinga is an emblem, stone emblem of Shiva, Shivalinga, and it is indicator of the Shiva. Antarmukha is absorbed. So, Pratima, Pratika. Now, Pratika has various stages, different. It takes evolutive process, because you have to reach the ultimate, the transcendental realm you have to go. You cannot suddenly jump. I will jump to sky, you cannot say you are not Hanuman. That you will touch the sun and come back. No. So, this we have limits. We can understand God stage by stage, stage by stage, stage by stage. From grossmost thing, grossest thing, we go to the subtlemost and go beyond through the pratika. Now, how do we do the worship? What happens exactly? We, on the Shivalinga, the Swarupa Dhyana, there it is, Dhyana mantra is there for Shiva. Dhyaye nityam mahesham rajatagirinibham charu chandra vatamsam ratna kalpo jvalangam. It is there. Its form is described. But here there is no form, it is formless. So Swarupa Dhyana is done and Shivalinga is kept. Just it is indicating God is there, God is there. Try to find out. You go inside, depth of the Shivalinga. This material aspect you give up. If you eliminate the material aspect, you will see the Lord there. So it is gross. This is called Parthiva Linga, Prithvi, Parthiva Linga. So first the Pratima is given because we are accustomed with the form always. Name and form, Guna, Nama, Rupa, Guna, we are, and Kriya. These things we are accustomed with. So Pratima represents all these aspects. After you are able to conceive God in a Pratima, then you will be given Pratika. In Pratika, Shivalinga, it is given, try to see God in this. Worship, love, contemplate, Swarupa Dhyana, associate with the Swarupa Dhyana and do the Bhair Puja. Om Namah Shivaya. In the Shiva Puja, the important is Arghya and Abhisheka. I think we will be able to complete tomorrow those two aspects of Arghya and Abhisheka. The 5 Panchamrita Abhisheka. We are trying to go one by one. The 5 koshas we are going to travel, go beyond, transcend one by one through the Abhisheka. Tomorrow we will see. But here, Prithvi Tattva is given in the grossest way. Shivalinga is given, stone Shiva, the emblem of Shiva, and asked to contemplate Swarupa Dhyana, Swarupa Dhyana. Rupa is this stone piece. And Rupa is indicating, I am Antarmukha, I am Antarmukha, I am Antarmukha. Identify me. So, I have to do the Swarupa Dhyana and worship here. Slowly, God, I understand, oh, God is here. My ability, my spiritual sensitivity develops and I am able to penetrate in and through the material, eliminate the gross material and understand, conceive God in that Shivalinga. Then the next stage is given, Jala Tattva. Water is given. Yes, they ask you to find out the God, search, try to identify God in this water. From Prithvi Tattva, we come to the Jala Tattva. Water has got form, but not specific form like a stone. In whatever vessel you keep, it takes that form of the, now there is bottle. In this water is there. Water has taken the form of bottle. Suppose it was round, what will take the form of round? As you think, so you find the God taking the form of yours. So this we see, water has form, but not specific form. Try to understand, try to conceive God in that. You become subtler. Your interest becomes subtler. You become penetrating within. You go deeper layers, and slowly the material aspect is dropped off. And you'll be able to conceive God. You may not be able to realize God. Realization is different from conception. That conception has faith. It has a different eye of understanding. Now a software in computer, how will you see? Show the software to anybody. Software, very soft. What is that software? It is understood by how the software is made, how it is designed, how to create a software. Everything is there, which is done only through the intellect. There is no hammer and cutting player there to do the software, because it is software. So, like that, software can be understood what it is, how it is designed, how it works, everything with a sukshma intelligence, subtle intelligence. Everybody cannot understand. How you see the mobile, just a small mobile came into picture. How many things people have been adding. We cannot imagine how their intellect is working. Just to see the photography, as it is colors. Can you imagine? Every day something new is being added to that. What brain? This brain that understands the software can understand God's presence there in water also. So this portion, they take the crashed hard disks for bringing it back to life. What all circus they do, and try to get back the information. They search, where is it gone, and find out and take it out. Oh, it has survived. This information, this data, it survived. So that survival back. So how it is identifying and searching, you see. Same mind, same intellect you are going to use in trying to see the Lord in the water. Then still subtler, from Prithvi Tattva, Jala Tattva to Agni Tattva. You are given fire to see. You will drop the material aspect and again find out the Chaitanyik aspect. Yes, I understand. Then still, just like that, Varuni goes to his father, teach me what is Brahman. He goes, go and I will give you a hint. Yato va imani bhutani jayanti, yena bhutani jivanti, yat prayante visamvishanti, tad vijijnasasva, tad brahmeti. You will understand what is Brahman, from where all these jivas come into existence, in which they live and to which they go back. You try to search, that is Brahman. Because Brahman cannot be shown or thing. Then he goes and comes back. Yes, I found out, it is Anna. Then he again sends, yes, so far so good, that much truth is there, but it is not complete. Go again and do tapas. Again the sun goes. And again after some time he comes and, yes, I have found it. Then he says, prana is the, then manas has the annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya is going one by one, vijnanamaya, anandamaya. Same way, here we are going from Prithvi Tattva to Jala Tattva, Agni Tattva, then Vayu Tattva. Then to Akasha Tattva. Then finally, beyond Akasha Tattva is the absolute. Creative processes, Akasha, Akashad Vayu, Vayu Agni, Agni Rapa, Adve Prithvi, Prithibhyan Oshadaya, Oshadaya, one by one, stages of evolution. We are going back in the same stages, grosser to subtler, we reach the absolute. From subtler to grosser, we reach the, just like we enter into sleep and wake up. The same process is adopted here also. So each one represents a pratika of God. This is Parthiva linga, next Jala linga, Agni linga, then Vayu linga, then Akasha linga. And your mind becomes so subtle that it can land in the absolute. So this is from pratika we are going to the, when you contemplate on the Swarupa and go by step, you are holding on to the Swarupa. And because of the holding on to Swarupa, you are transcending from grosser to subtle. Like you are holding to a balloon which is pulling you up. The moment others who are holding leave to eat, the balloon starts going up. You are going up. So like that, you go to the, we left the, on 1st January, how your lamp, how the lamp started going up in the sky. Like that you go, in the same way, from grosser to subtle level of existence. So this is holding on to Swarupa, there we are holding on to Rupa Guna. Nama Rupa Guna is held on. In the Pratima, here Swarupa and Pratika is held and we transcend. We go to the same route from where the universe has come, from where into which the universe goes back. We all come from there and we all go back to the same source. So this is about the worship. This is one worship is the Pratima worship, another worship is Pratika worship, and there are 6, 5 Jyotir lingas are there, Prithvi linga, 5 temples are there in India, Chidambaram, Arunachalam and all these. Each has a temple where those particular tattvas are the lingas. In Agni linga, fire is burning. A lamp wick is shaking because of the wind, indicating the Vayu tattva. Like that, 5 places are there where the actual, these lingas are worshipped. Anyway, this is about the Pratika and Pratima worship. Another worship we find is serving the living beings, living, especially the humans, trying to see God, Shiva, Shiva Jnane, Jiva Seva. This aspect is another aspect. Now it has become a little more pronounced, because after Swamiji's insistence on serving the Narayana in all, Daridra Narayana, illiterate Narayana and all that, sick Narayana, one who is ill, and try to see God and serve on that force. So many organizations are coming up trying to serve humanity in various ways. So this is another puja, Virat puja is going on. So these are the ways in which we, in the Shivaratri night, we will try to do the, some people will do the, according to their taste, the Pratima puja, the rest will do the Pratika puja. In ashrama also we will be doing the Pratima and Pratika, both we have kept, of Dakshinamurti. Pratima is there and Shivalinga also there. The Dvadasha Shivalingas are also there. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we won't be having class, night class. Tomorrow we will be completing this. And day after tomorrow you will have the direct worship going on from the evening. It will be. So one day we will be missing the class, but you will be seeing the actual. All right. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Narpanamastu.